nor is there any way to prove or disprove the abiogenesis that supposedly occurred billions of years ago, while in the real world of science, abiogenesis was categorically disproven hundreds of years ago. Indicator number 4. Evidence for a discovery is anecdotal.
Ding 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 ding.
In other words, we must be able to test, observe, catalog, and retest a theory rather than just talk and speculate about it in order to call it real science. As some of the so-called evolutionary evidence does. Indicator number 5. The discoverer says a belief is credible because it has endured for centuries.
Ding 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 ding.
Or, as the modern evolutionists continually argue, but so many scientists all over the world agree that evolution is true. Therefore, evolution must be so. Indicator number 6. The discoverer has worked in isolation. Again, several of the now infamous evolution discoveries were found by just such means. Work and discoveries formulated in isolation and then popped upon the world and their so-called scientific colleagues. These are documented in several famous and credible works, 2 of which were mentioned in indicator number 1. And indicator number 7. The discoverer must propose new laws of nature to explain an observation. If we must change existing laws of nature or propose new laws to account for an observation, it is almost certainly wrong.
Ding 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 ding.
Dr. Park says. Like abiogenesis or chemosynthesis? Evolution says that life came from non-life. But never has this been observed, and in fact this proposal was disproven hundreds of years ago. Further, evolution says that everything is in a state of an upward spiraling evolutionary process. When the indisputable scientific laws of thermodynamics confirm that everything is in a perpetual state of decay.
Hi, I wanted to talk to you about the second law of thermodynamics and its application to evolutionary theory. Now, it is often stated that the second law contradicts evolutionary theory as it states that disorder should approach a maximum. It's been shown before that disorder is actually not a good way to describe entropy by other YouTube users in other videos, and I'll provide some links to the right. So let's first try and find a useful definition for entropy. A way to describe entropy would be to say that it is a way to indicate to what extent the energy levels in a closed system have been equalized. A low entropy means that there is a high potential between differing energy states, and a high potential in turn means that there is a high capacity for performing work. The second law of thermodynamics states that entropy must always increase to a maximum as long as no energy is added to the system. Now take for instance a nuclear reactor. A nuclear pile generates a high energy level in the interior of the plant, and the energy differential between the interior and the exterior allows the generator to produce electricity. Dampen the reaction and the energy states start to come to an equilibrium and the capacity for work is lost. So the entire universe could be seen as an engine for maximizing entropy. The gravity causes stars to be born and start heating up, and the second law dictates that their energy must flow outward in the form of radiation. It is known that whenever a situation of low entropy exists, energy will always flow from the high energy side to the low energy side, using the path of least resistance. This teaches us that the second law of thermodynamics does not only mean that entropy will increase to a maximum, but that entropy will increase to a maximum using the fastest, most efficient way possible. A simple experiment will allow us to conclude a couple of things, and you will only need some water, a pot, a heating element, and of course the observer. You fill the pot with water, you put it on the heating element and start heating up the water. Now the water will channel the heat of the heating element into its surroundings. Presumably it will do so using the most efficient way possible, but as the heat of the heating element exceeds the capacity of water in its normal state to allow the flow of energy into the environment, you'll see that the water starts turning to gas. So yes, gas is a high entropy situation. It's little to no ordered structure, it's all homogenized. But what happens in the pot of water until it is so? Indeed, ordered structure appears. Where there was first a relatively high entropy situation in which water with little to no order conducted heat through Browsian motion of its molecules, an ordered structure of convection cells appears to allow heat to be more efficiently channeled into the environment. And the thing with convection system is, by the way, that they're self-maintaining. Once the heat potential has started up a system of convection cells, the system shapes and maintains itself as long as the heat potential is sufficient. So we conclude this. 1. Ordered systems are more efficient at maximizing entropy than unordered systems. 2. Ordered systems will appear spontaneously in situations of low entropy and high potential. So there you have it. The second law of thermodynamics does not prevent life from forming and evolution from happening. In fact, the second law of thermodynamics demands that ordered, self-maintaining structures appear to maximize entropy with maximum efficiency.
Evolution has to literally change the laws of nature in order to be deemed believable. Let us remind the viewers of this film that Dr. Parks said that he developed this list of warning signs to help federal judges detect scientific nonsense. Dr. Parks calls it voodoo science. Every one of Dr. Parks' indicators of voodoo science are met squarely by the pseudoscience